Hey there! Are you stuck in your genealogy research? Are you struggling to find records to help answer your research questions? Do you want to get more organized? Well, if you answered yes to any of these, then this video is for you because a research plan can help address all of these conundrums. So hey there, I'm Julie Cahill-Tarr with Genealogy in Action, and I simplify advanced genealogy research concepts so you can chase down your elusive ancestors quickly and confidently. So if you're a dedicated genealogist looking to uplevel your research skills, you are in the right place. So in this video, I'm going to share with you 3 reasons why a research plan is important and how it can help you with those research conundrums I just mentioned. And be sure to stay until the end of the video where I'll make an announcement that you won't want to miss. So let me start with an analogy. I'm guessing that you wouldn't go on a road trip without consulting a map, right? I mean, sure, you could pick your destination and get in the car and just drive and hope that you're heading in the right direction, but wouldn't it be better if you mapped your route, taking into consideration your wants and needs? For example, if you need to get somewhere quick, you're going to map out the quickest route. If you're looking for a calm and leisurely drive as part of the experience to your destination, then a scenic route is the one you're going to map out. If you need to make a side trip on the way, you need to find a route that doesn't take you too far off course. Now, genealogy research is similar. Sure, you could just pluck a name from your database and pop it into Ancestry and comb through a bunch of search results, but is this really productive? I mean, many times you'll find yourself going in circles, finding the same records you found previously. Other times, if you're not looking at the bigger picture, you could potentially find records that aren't actually for the person you're working on and accidentally start merging 2 or more people together. So I am totally guilty of using this search strategy. That is, until I realized that it wasn't a strategy at all. I truly believe that as researchers, we are so much better off when we know our destination and the best possible way to get there. This is where a research plan comes into play. So let's look at the 3 reasons why you need a research plan. So reason number 1 is to gain clarity and focus. A research plan is intended to keep you focused on the task at hand. If you find yourself wandering around aimlessly or sitting down to research and struggling to figure out where to go next, it's because you don't have a well thought out plan of action. A plan is essential if you want to make true progress on your research. Otherwise, you'll keep going in circles. By taking the time to develop a plan, you'll have a clear picture of where you've been, you'll know what specific questions still need answers, and you'll have a focused path to help you find the answers. So without this focus, it's very likely you won't find what you're looking for and you'll remain stuck. Because of the clarity and focus a plan provides, it can also help you break down those brick walls. Reason number 2, get and stay organized. A research plan can help you get organized and, more importantly, stay organized. Now, I'm a highly organized person, but I'll tell you, getting my genealogy research organized was a bit of a struggle for me way back when. I finally figured it out when I started planning my research and recording my findings as I went. Once I had a record of what I needed to do and what I had already completed, it made my life so much easier and I stopped wandering around, hoping an answer would just appear. The other thing I noticed is that I could put a project away for a while, sometimes like a year or more, and come back to it and not have to waste time trying to figure out what still needed to be done. It was all right there in my research plan and I could just pick it up, do a quick review, and dive right into the research. Reason number 3 is to scope out and find the right records. So when you're building a plan, you're compelled to consider what records could potentially answer your research question, or at least provide clues. Determine if the records are available for a time and place, and figure out how to access them. This is a crucial step in the process, especially if the records are not digitized and available online. Sometimes you have to dig a little to figure out if the record you need is available and where it can be found, even if it's offline, buried in an archive or courthouse. Consciously putting together a plan will help you consider an array of potential sources, including many underutilized sources that are typically necessary for solving harder research problems. And because of this planning effort, the research plan can help you conduct reasonably exhaustive research, which is a genealogy standard all genealogists should strive for, so you can be confident in your findings and conclusions. So let me know in the comments which of these 3 reasons is most compelling to you. Is it number 1, to gain clarity and focus? Is it reason number 2, to get organized and stay organized? Or is it number 3, to scope out and find the right records? Now you might be thinking, but Julie, this seems like a lot of work. Why can't I just dive in and start researching? And I get it. I used to think the same thing. But when I started to take the time to create a research plan and use it, I found I was actually saving time in the long run. I'm prepared and focused, and I always know what I need to do next. My research sessions at home are no longer wasted. No more repeating searches and finding the same things over and over again. And my on-site repository research is so much more efficient. I really couldn't believe how much I was getting done on my trips. So yes, spending some time up front will actually help you save time. Plus, you'll be organized and ready to go when you sit down to research. These days, I never work on a project without a plan, and I hope that you can see the value that a research plan can provide. Because remember, a goal without a plan is just a wish. So, remember at the beginning I asked you to stick with me until the end because I had an announcement? Well, I just released a new self-study mini course all about research planning. It's called Research Planning for Genealogists, and it teaches you a step-by-step process to build an actionable research plan so you can get results and start finding the answers to your research questions. Now, this isn't your typical lecture or webinar. It is a course. It has 3 core lessons that are action-based. So you'll go through a lesson, learn the concept, and then implement what you learn right away before heading on to the next lesson. When you complete all the activities, you'll have an actionable research plan that you can begin to implement. Now, I've also included a lesson that provides helpful tips for researching, and I also show you how I use my research plan as my research log. And because I really want you to think outside the box, I'm including my ultimate source list as a bonus. So check the video description for a link to learn more. And be sure to use the coupon code RPGYT to save $10. That's right, you'll only pay $17 for research planning for genealogists, so you can start building an actionable research plan for your next genealogy project. Now, this offer is good through June 30th, 2022. I hope you enjoyed this video and that you can see the value of a research plan and are inspired to enroll in research planning for genealogists so you can start making progress on your research projects. Bye for now.